All right, to get started, we're going to want to go up to Window, Workspaces, Caption, and Graphics. And then you're going to want to go over here to this icon to install Motion Graphics template. Click on that. You're going to navigate through your folder to find the correct one. In this case, I have it right here. I'm going to open this up. It says it already exists because I do have it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click and drag this over. You might see a media pending or media not found graphic for a second. That is normal. I'm going to hit play and you can see that we have the animation here. The beginning animation right here and the ending animation are protected regions, and so that means we can extend this as long as we need to for this middle section, and then the animation remains the same at the end and at the beginning. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this checkerboard. This is just to show you that it is transparent. Sorry, you might hear my kids in the background. Anyways, I'm going to click on the motion graphic. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to make this a little bit shorter. I'm going to come up here to properties, and you can see we've got a number of properties we can adjust. Obviously, we have our transform and crop properties. That comes standard. Up here, we've got this broken into 3 segments. I'm just going to disable this for a second so it's easier to see. So we've got word, which is our definition up here, pronunciation, and then our actual definition down here. So here we can change this to whatever we want. And same with pronunciation, we can get rid of that. As soon as you click away, it will update. Then I'll come down here, and of course here's definition, and I can change these and get rid of them. And I've added this here just so it's easy if you hit. So if you're on a Windows PC, you can hold down Alt, and while you're holding that, you type 0183. And when you let go, it makes that little, it's kind of hard to see here, but as soon as I click away, it makes that interpunct symbol. And then you can also do the same with Alt, and then you type 0149, and you only need to hold Alt. You don't need to hold the digits. It's just while you're holding Alt, you hit 0149, and there's a bullet point. And I just thought I would include this right here in the definition so it's easy to remember. That way you can, add that up here to the word if you so choose. According to Google, this is the shortcut for Mac, so I'm updating the MOGRT to include that. So this is what the MOGRT will look like now. Hopefully it's right. Let me know if not. And then some other things that you can adjust here. I'm going to turn this back on just so we can see it. You can adjust the stroke or the drop shadow. Now, unfortunately, the way it's set up, a stroke is a layer property, while drop shadow is, let's see, in fact, I think I have it up here. Yeah, so drop shadow is an effect while stroke is a layer style. And so I'm sure there's somebody out there who's smarter than I am and can figure this out, but basically it's on this motion graphic, it restricts us from doing the stroke and the drop shadow at the same time. So see how when I try to increase the softness of the drop shadow, it is essentially putting a stroke on the drop shadow. And there's probably a way to fix that maybe for a future update. But if I turn down the opacity, then you can see we've got just the, we've got the drop shadow. So yes, basically pick one or the other for this. And then you have the same parameters for all the other sections as well. And I left these independent so that way, since they're different sizes, you can make whatever looks good for your project. Now, so you can change the font size. You can even change the position if you so choose. And then of course you can change the color as well. Now, if you change the font size, what is kind of cool is that it updates dynamically to make sure that everything is sizing. Basically, the anchor point for the definition is here in this left corner. For this one, it's, I believe it's centered to the left. And then for the top one, the anchor point is down here at the bottom left. And you can kind of see that here. And that just makes it easier. And the main purpose for that is because we can also change the font. You know, if it were to look a little too funky, this gives you a little bit of flexibility to move things around a little bit. And then it will keep the animation the same. Well, I hope that helps, and I hope you find use for this. Again, it's a pretty simple motion graphic template, but I find it to be very useful, especially in a pinch when you need to put up some words or definitions. So I hope you enjoy.